Well, this is Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved, so they get played on another day here in Rob's Arcade. Alright, hey guys, what is going on? And welcome to Rob's Arcade. I am your host, Rob French, and thanks for tuning in to a very exciting episode of Rob's Arcade today. Today we are celebrating quite a bit. We've got the return of the Monday show here, and took a little hiatus from my YouTubing there for a little bit, but we are back. Um, got the Monday show coming back strong. We're going to have the Wednesday midweek breakdown still coming at you guys. Got some news segments coming. It's going to be really awesome. Um, but we're also celebrating the fact that this is September 13th, Monday, September 13th. Back in 1993, this was a very significant day. This was the day that home consoles, being Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, got introduced to Mortal Kombat for the first time. Now, this might seem kind of passe. In fact, probably I was going to ask, like, where were you guys back in 1993 on this day? But most likely some of you guys probably weren't even born yet. And when you look at the original Mortal Kombat, you're probably thinking, like, it can't compare and compete with the graphics or the gameplay that is available today. And sadly, you're probably right. But Mortal Kombat was a huge, like, just like spike for video game in the video game industry, Sega Genesis especially. And to kind of celebrate that, we're going to have some bonus content, some bonus videos coming to you guys, and I'll explain a lot of that later on. Um, but we're also celebrating the 300th episode, or 300th video of Rob's Arcade, which is also really exciting. I can't believe it's been 300 videos already. Just kind of checking some stats and stuff on my channel, and I was like, wow, I can't believe we're coming up on 300. So it's kind of why I was like saving this day. We got the return of the Monday show. We're celebrating Mortal Kombat Monday, and the 300th video or 300th episode, however you want to look at it, here on Rob's Arcade. So we got a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a really exciting episode while I'm all dressed up as well. And we're going to have like we're going to have like over an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of entertainment and stuff going on today. So make sure, every time you see that little notification pop up in your subscription notifications there, you pop in and you check out what's going on, because we're going to have stuff popping in to Rob's Arcade like all day long. So without further ado, let's go ahead. We'll do a little toast here. Like I said, celebrate the 300th episode. Woo! All right, guys. I'm actually drinking coffee right now. Yeah. There we go. All right. So yeah, the Monday show, for those of you who do not know, it's basically where I just kind of hang out with you guys and just kind of chat, talk about the weekend, your week, and just kind of get things out there in sort of like a virtual talk show kind of format. So I had a great weekend. Hopefully, you guys did as well. Saturday was kind of a low-key day for me. My wife stayed the night with some family. So I just kind of took it easy, hung out with the dog pretty much most of Saturday, and then picked her up from her aunt's house Saturday night. We just kind of hung out there and, hung out with some friends and just had a really good time. But very low-key, very chill. Played some games with my friend Buck. He's actually going to be a really special guest star, kind of a guest host, if you will, on today's segment later on, and some other videos we got kind of coming up. He's going to help me celebrate this Mortal Kombat Monday, and we're going to have a little back and forth on like Sega and Mortal Kombat, a lot of other stuff coming up later on today. But yeah, he was available Saturday night like he always is to get down some game time. So we grinded out some fun Mortal Kombat. And then yesterday we hit Disney World's Hollywood Studios. That was a lot of fun. Hadn't been back there since January, so it's been a little while. Went there for my birthday, and it's really cool getting back. When we went for my birthday, we kind of missed out on a few things and was kind of rushed around a little bit. Got got a bit of a late start, totally my fault. And then with like just, you know, with the way things were with like COVID, a lot of things were scheduled. Droid, you know, you build a droid thing, and you know, we had our meals and our lunches and stuff like that. So we just kind of got crunched when it came to some of our rides. Like we didn't get to do Tower of Terror, which we did get to ride yesterday. It was very exciting. I've got a video on my channel if you want to go ahead and check that out. That's already up from yesterday. Really funny. Going back again to the Tower of Terror, if you listen very carefully in that video, you can actually hear a little girl like screaming, crying, and shouting at the end how much she hates Disney. I hate Disney. It was really, really hilarious. I feel like every time we go on that ride, though, my wife and I wind up sitting with kids who don't want to be on the ride, and their parents kind of force them on the ride. And it really makes for a better experience. I'm sorry, I've got some younger viewers here on my YouTube channel, and um, no offense to you guys, I love the kids, but I'm sorry, it's just there's something about a little girl screaming and crying at the end of a ride that to me, especially if it's a thrill ride and a scary ride, it's kind of a compliment, if you will. Like to me, like that's what the ride is supposed to do. The first time I rode Tower of Terror, I was terrified. I was really scared, and almost when I got off, it was like I don't want to do that again. I never want to do that again. I never want to do that again. Like I almost felt like when I got off, like my legs were bent and I couldn't even stand up straight. I was like so scared. I was like hunched, you know. And by the time I got through the gift shop, I was like, man, I'm going to do that again. That was a lot of fun. Like that's a truly scary ride. So I kind of feel like that's a compliment, and that's the payoff. I feel like so it's nothing cruel. Like I like to see kids cry, or I don't like kids or anything, but I just think that's a huge, huge payoff in a ride like that. Any kind of like a haunted house, even when you've got people scared and people kind of crying and whatever. I think that's the sign that you've done a great job. Um, then let me see. I'm trying to think. Yesterday, yeah, I mean, just kind of like came home, worked on the video, just did some more YouTubing, kind of getting ready for today. Yesterday was National Video Game Day. I didn't really get a whole lot of video game time in as much as I would have liked to, I guess. Um, but we did ride Smuggler's Run, which is like technically like the biggest video game I guess you can really play. So I think that I don't know. I feel like I could play 8 hours of Sonic, or just ride the Millennium Falcon for 10 minutes, and they're both pretty much like equal, if you will. Probably riding the Millennium Falcon might trump like 6 hours of video game time, but all in all, it was a really really fun time. Hope you guys had a great weekend. You know, hit that comment section down below. Let me know what you guys did this weekend. Let me know if you guys got any video game time in, and you know what you might have done over this past weekend. It's Monday. Like I said, it's Mortal Kombat Monday. I feel like you know, even though yesterday was National Video Game Day, every day is National Video Game Day if you just pick up a controller. And being that it is Mortal Kombat Monday, I think I will probably hop on the sticks tonight. I'll probably see what Buck is up to and see if he might want to run a few rounds of some Mortal Kombat, kind of celebrate um, on the actual day. Uh, I don't want to go too much into the topic because there's a lot of you know video game talk coming up here in some other segments, but um, I do have to just reiterate, and this is something I think I might have said in some of the other videos. It's just how cool it is for me to be here, 41 years old, okay, uh, still playing video games, and still enjoying them, still looking forward to certain titles and certain releases. And I was thinking about it in terms also of like my comic book collection and just different things that I'm into and that I have not let go of since I was like 12 years old. You know, these are things that I've grabbed hold of, like Batman and Spider-Man and all these things. I grabbed them at a very young age,
and I have never ever put them down. And I think it's very important that anybody listening to me right now takes this to heart, and that you don't have to put these things down. You don't have to feel like you're an outsider for reading comic books, or you don't have to feel like you're a nerd for playing video games. It is a multi-million dollar industry, and people like me and people like you have made it what it is today. And I'm so fortunate and so proud to be part of the video gaming and the comic book and all of this, all these worlds that I'm so fascinated with. And if it's something you like and it's something you enjoy, don't let other people tell you that it's stupid. Don't let other people tell you that it's childish. I mean, if it's something you don't like as you get older, you don't have to keep doing it. Don't keep playing video games because I'm telling you to. What I'm saying is, if it's something you enjoy, never let anybody else tell you it's not worth your time. Because I've been playing video games and reading comic books for 30 years, and yeah, I've had moments where I'm like, what am I doing? Shouldn't I be doing something else? But the bottom line is, it makes me happy, and I enjoy it. And there are people who put so much effort and so much time into these things so that way we can enjoy them. And so just, I don't know, I was just kind of like thinking about it last night and just over this past weekend, with everything, just like kind of hanging out with my friend Buck and just playing these games and talking about all these things, all these memories, all this stuff that just kind of like been flooding out from like the last 30 years of just all the stuff I've been into. It's truly amazing. And I don't feel like I've wasted my time. I don't feel like I could have been doing something better. I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess I could be an astronaut or something else or whatever. But there's something about being part of seeing where video games have come from and where they are and where and where they continue to go, that I just feel really, really excited and really happy to be a part of. So just kind of wanted to get that out there. Um, Something else we're kind of bring back on the Monday show. Typically, I like to talk about a topic. I'm not going to really dive into any topics today, just because I haven't really been in the Rob's Arcade on the Monday show here for a little while, so I don't really like want to focus just on one thing. But something I do want to start to focus on and reiterate here on the Monday show is the mandatory Mondays. And these mandatory Mondays are something I thought of a while back, and it's like, to get outside of your box or to do something that you typically don't do otherwise. Meaning, if you find yourself, you don't always like maybe hold the door open, you know, hold the door open for somebody or everybody today. Maybe give somebody compliments or to do something that you typically find yourself not doing. So I want to kind of restart these mandatory Mondays, and I thought today would be a great time to kind of kick this off and restart a mandatory Monday. Um, and so today or tomorrow or the next time you find yourself in line, if there's somebody behind you, maybe like a mom with her kids, or an older lady or an older gentleman, let them go ahead of you. Even if they've got a bunch of stuff or whatever, let them go ahead. Mandatory Monday. Just something you typically don't do, even if you're in a rush, if whatever. If you find yourself in line, you're just buying a bottle of water, picking up a pack of cigarettes, whatever you're doing, let the person behind you go in front of you. Just an act of kindness. Kind of do something to spur that person. That's this one little act, this one little thing you do might change this whole person's day, Could be getting off of work, having a bad day, coming into Walgreens. If you let him go ahead of you, you might spend his whole day around. And one act of kindness always spurs another act of kindness. So that's my mandatory Monday. And if you don't go out to the store today, tomorrow, whatever, just next time you find yourself out the store, you've got that little old lady behind you with a little basket full of stuff. Just let her go ahead of you. So, trying to think what else we got coming up. And of course, we got, excuse me, the midweek breakdown. Um, got a bunch of furniture to put together. We're finally starting to get furniture in the apartment. It was really amazing, like when we first moved, how hard it was just to get bookcases and stuff like that delivered to the house, and then even ordered. Like it was almost like impossible just to get the stuff ordered. Everything was out of stock. Huge, I feel like uh, influx of just people moving right now, and there's a lot of people like moving to Florida, and it's just been like impossible to get stuff. And then even once we order it, I mean, it's all coming from the same company, and it's taken like 2 weeks. Like there's actually, I mean, I'm looking at like two separate boxes right now, and they both have the exact same like shipping numbers and labels and everything. Like they're supposed to come together, and I think they came like a week apart, and that was almost like a week after we got our couch, and like a week after we got the bed. So it's just been insane. If you're not a Lego person, I would suggest um, getting into Lego, especially if you're younger. All my younger guys out there, don't go to the store to buy cigarettes, go to the store to buy Lego, because when you get older, you're going to have to put together furniture for your girlfriends and your wives and all of this stuff, or your boyfriends. I'm totally open to whatever lifestyle you might be into later on in life, but you're going to have to find yourself putting together furniture, and I highly recommend getting into Lego because it'll give you an understanding of like what they're talking about when you start looking at these crazy instructions. Um, Excuse me, just drink a little more coffee there. I'm trying to think. So yeah, aside from putting together some furniture, I got to put together my resume, get myself a job, try to get some adult things going on. You know, I spent all weekend doing my YouTube, getting stuff together for you guys, but I got to really focus on, um, you know, I guess doing the adult things. But it's also kind of crazy. My wife and I, we just got our annual passes to Disney, and she's already set up all these trips. I'm kind of nervous that, like, if I get a job, you know, am I gonna have to work these days that she's already scheduled us to go to Disney? Like, you know, I feel kind of funny once I get a job. Uh, it's like, yeah, you can start Monday, and then I go in and like, all right, well, before we do my scheduling, I need off this Saturday, this Sunday, this Sunday, this Saturday. I need off both this Saturday and this Sunday. I mean, it's just it's going to be really interesting to see how that pans out. Um, Trying to think, man. I'm trying to think what else we got going on here. We got about 5 more minutes left in the episode, and I don't want to leave anything out. Um, See, we did Disney yesterday. We did the YouTubing stuff on Saturday. Kind of hung low, just took it easy. Friday night we had the place to ourselves. Did some new game Friday. That came back Friday. But yeah, I think I pretty much covered it. Like I said, it's just been a pretty low key, pretty quiet weekend. So, uh, and honestly, I think like anything I've done this weekend, you could probably just go on my YouTube channel and see exactly what I've done. Like I really don't have to tell you anything, do I? I don't have to say anything to you guys. You guys just click on my YouTube channel. You can just see for yourselves what I've done. So, I guess, in wrapping up this segment here, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit of what I've got going on later on today. Being that, like I said, it's Mortal Kombat Monday. My buddy Buck and I hung out, played some Mortal Kombat, and basically just talked about our experiences with the game, the franchise, and just a bunch of other stuff, movies, and just all kind of things. We had a really good time. I was only going to do like about a 20-minute conversation with Buck on video games and Mortal Kombat. I don't think there's enough time in the evening for the two of us to really sit down and hash out all of our thoughts and emotions and just different, you know, even philosophies and things like that on video games. So after I did the first segment, I was like, look, we're going to do another run at this and just talk a little bit more about Sega and movies and just different whatever. In going back and looking at the clips, I actually found that there was a third clip from the beginning of our gameplay where we were just kind of hanging out and just kind of shooting the shit and just kind of, you know, just catching up. A lot of me rambling about a documentary on the console wars of the 90s, that I just recently watched, and so there's a lot of me just kind of rambling about that. Um, but it turned out to be like a lot of um, content and just a lot of cool information that me and Buck were kind of throwing out there, and just a lot of cool experiences. And so instead of like just discarding that first clip, um, because there is some really cool conversation in there, I decided I'm going to use that today as well, and kind of help celebrating, like I said, this 300 um, video landmark. So later today, as we go through my afternoon, and I get my shower and get myself together in the grocery store and start to do some things like a grown-up boy, I'll be dropping videos throughout the day of Buck and I playing Mortal Kombat 11 and just having some really cool conversations about video games and stuff in general. Uh, it was a lot of fun because like I said, it helped bring up a lot of memories and a lot of just past experiences with friends and video games and just my childhood in general. Uh, I think out of all of my content and all of my videos, my favorite ones are the ones where I'm playing with my friends. The conversations we have, I mean, sometimes we just kind of goof off, and we're telling like basically like dick and fart jokes or whatever. Uh, but the times when I can get like my buddy Buck or my friend Andrew in and actually sit back and talk about things like Streets of Rage, what it's like growing up with different consoles, and first-person shooters, or just anything like that, and actually have like a genuine conversation about a topic. Those are my favorite videos. Those are the ones that I actually um, look forward to making. I've reached out a lot of times. Excuse me. I've reached out a lot of times to like my friends like Andrew and stuff like that. And like I said, reach out to Buck on Saturday, and we'll ask them like, if you guys have time, I would love to just kind of sit back and do kind of like a one-on-one kind of like talk show segment about different things. Um, so I think out of like all of my videos, those are my favorite, and I genuinely enjoy it. I went back. I don't always listen to my videos. Sometimes I'll just like, go ahead and post them. Like I don't think I'll listen to this whole video before I clip it and post it. But I actually went back and just kind of put my headphones on, and just listened to these conversations that Buck and I had, and they were just a lot of fun. And I think like this video is like probably these videos are probably some of my favorite to come out in a very long time. So I hope you guys enjoy them. Um, happy, happy Mortal Kombat Monday. Happy 300th video, and just happy Monday in general, guys. Like I said, get out there, do something nice. Let that person go ahead of you, and let me know, like I said, down in the comment section what you guys have been up to. Love getting comments. I love reading them. I love hearing what you guys have to say. It's been a little while since we've done a Monday show, so I'm sure you guys got a ton of stuff you guys want to get out there too. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this segment. I'll be back a little bit later. I'll be doing some, like I said, some Mortal Kombat with my buddy Buck. I want to go ahead and take a moment now to thank him again. I know it's like no big deal. It's like, yeah, man, of course. Like, hey, Buck, can you play video games with me and talk about Mortal Kombat? I guess so, if I have to. I know it's no big deal, but it means a lot. Really appreciate it. So thank you, Buck, once again. Look forward to more stuff like what is going on today. Like I said, there's my timer. If you haven't seen the video from this weekend with Disney, I definitely recommend checking it out. Really cool. There's some awesome Star Wars action in there for all my Star Wars-y fans. You can look forward to more Disney videos. We'll be doing some Universal stuff, I'm sure, at some point as well. We got some new segments. I spent Saturday cooking up some new stuff coming in about a month in October, some kind of like some spooky stuff that we've got coming. And would like to put together like maybe a little mini movie, something I've been kind of thinking about toying around with, especially like with Halloween coming up. Maybe shooting like a little scary movie short. So if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. Uh, Maybe give me some ideas. Give me some cool scary movie ideas that you'd like to see. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Remember, it's not goodbye; it's to be continued. I will see you guys later on. There's some Mortal Kombat action. And until next time, guys, do not spend that quarter anywhere else. Thanks for hanging in Rob's Arcade. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, comment down below, hit the like button, hit that share button. Let's get some more people in here. If you're not a subscriber, please, guys, subscribe. Lots of fun stuff. See you guys soon. Later.